It's now time for the ultimate showdown, the Jazzy Ultralight versus Carryon GP 130.
Here is the Jazzy Ultralight, and it stays together. And I did have the joystick off because I got a bunch of stuff in my car and I wanted to bring everything out here. So they made that very fast, quick, and easy to remove. They'll also make it a little bit more compact. To unlock it, you just press that button, comes back. That's how you unload Jazzy Ultralight. So I'm gonna take the GP 130 out the vehicle. This is about 46 pounds, so it's heavy. This seat with the armrest is about 20 pounds. If I had to give it a grade, which one's easier to take in and out the car, obviously, the Jazzy Ultralight wins. All right, so in this video, we're gonna do an inside test, a loading into the vehicle and out of the vehicle, which we've already done, and a ride through the yard test to see which one's gonna work best for you. You really need to figure out why you're buying the power chair. Is it mostly for inside, outside, go to the stores, what it is. This video is going to help you deciding over a center wheel drive power chair compared to a back wheel drive fold up power wheelchair. Today's video is the Jazzy Ultralight by Pride Mobility and the Golden GP 130 center wheel drive power chair by Golden Technologies. All right, so we're going to go into this shop house. Obviously this chair is very comfortable. Here's a threshold over here. It's very easy, and it's about a 1-inch drop off on that side. It went in just fine. Now, this is 1,200 square feet, so it's not a very big house, but it is kind of open. So keep that in mind. If you have a lot of tight turns, you're going to see a couple tight turns. Let's see how this handles. Now, you do have a speed control to a slow to a fast. It's about a 3.5 miles per hour chair. And I'm a pretty experienced driver, and if you're not, you got to get used to this. And right here, I'm going to make the turn. Just so you know, for reference, this is about 35 inches from here to here at this top. So one thing with the back wheel drive power chair compared to a mid and a front wheel drive power chair is when you're making the turns, you usually want to get this wheel angled with the frame of the door or wherever you're turning. You know, if you start to make your turn too early, you're going to hit here. If you make your turn too late, you might hit here. So what I like to tell people is to kind of get that dead center on here and then make your turn. Now, I'm not turning this joystick full left. I'm kind of just using my feel. And right now, you know, if I was buying this for myself, so far I can do whatever I need to do. Now, remember, this is a chair that you can get up and out of. You know, make sure you can get up and out of too to do stuff, and it's right behind you. You can also, what I like is put this foot plate up if you do get stuck in some tight turns, and you're about to find out some places I might have to do this, if you can dangle your feet for a little bit. But for this video and for now, I'm going to keep my feet plate down. All right, so maneuver around this. And so it maneuvers pretty well, gets all around the kitchen. We're going to make a 90-degree turn. So I'm going to make this turn into the bedroom again. Try to get this wheel. And these are 32-inch doors. Now, remember, this is pretty tight. So I'm taking my time, but you might not always want to go that slow. And you can hear the noise on the motors. I mean, it has a whining noise, which could bother someone inside of a house, but outside you usually don't hear it. Now, this is pretty tight turnaround. Try not to bang up anything. So another tight turn. And this is a small bathroom. So I'm able to get to about right here. Again, you do have flip back arms. One thing that I do like is that you can pull up the foot plate if you're able to do this, and you can get pretty close to the sink, or you get off of it if you need to, if you're able to do it. Now, these throw rugs are a no-no usually, but here's where I ran into a problem earlier trying to do this. I can get to the toilet, transfer if you need to, get to the shower. Now I'll have the foot plate up, so that's how I'm able to make this turn. But with the foot plate down, I couldn't do that. So when this foot plate's down, I can't make this turn. So can this work inside your house? Yes. You'll probably have to pull this up on certain tight spaces. And I probably should have kept it down because this will not move around in this bathroom with that foot plate down. Now, if your bathroom's large, this isn't a big deal. But if you live in a small house like this, you're going to run into some problems. See, I got my feet dangling. I was able to do that with this chair, is pull it up because it's too long in those small places. So that is nice to have that option to do that. And I like how they have the little handle, pretty big foot plate. Again, there's your bottle holder. All right, so watch this thing turn around. It's able to be used inside of the house. Can it get everywhere? Yes, in a way, with the foot plate up. Is it the easiest one to use in the house that I wrote in here? No, it's not. Now we're about to grab the GP 130 and see how it operates inside this small shop house. And by the way, if you want to see the GP 130 versus the GB 120, it's right there actually. Hey, look, it's me.
In his house.
We want to point one thing out. Now, you can fix this threshold with a threshold ramp. It is about a little over an inch. I will say this one just goes right over it. So what's cool about that is you're going to run into spots with thresholds like that. And this chair with these big fat wheels and the spring suspensions right here, I don't know if you can see that, it allows for you to get over it. Just make sure you have these wheels going forward. We'll see if it goes backward over it. I mean, that's pretty sweet. I also want to mention this mesh back is nice. It's real breathable, especially on a hot day like today. You know, in the higher back seat, this seat back's a lot higher. You know, we're almost 19, 20 inches where we're only 16 on this one. All right, but let's see how this handles inside the GP 130. Going back over the thresh. Did very well. Now you got to remember, these tires are small, a lot smaller than the Jazzy Ultralight. And it's a center wheel drive turning power wheelchair, so the turning radius is in the middle. It's got 6 wheels. It's not an overly long power wheelchair. Let's see how it maneuvers in here. Let's do the same path. I'm able to move a lot faster in this chair. That is something to think about. When you have a power chair, you're going to ride in and around your house. At first, you can be slow. You're fine. You're trying not to hit stuff. But you're going to get to the point where you're going to want to be moving around very fast, or who knows, you might want to turn around. That other chair would not be able to make these moves. Actually, I know it wasn't able to, especially with the foot plate down, because of how long it is. This thing just spins right around. All right, so let's go down this hallway into this bedroom. Now, I mentioned getting the wheels on the door frame. You don't really have to do that here because it's center wheel, so I can kind of turn it wherever I need to. I could have not have turned this. Like, oh, I forgot something. Let me go back. I'm telling you, you wouldn't be able to do that with the Jazzy Ultralight. I'm not talking bad about the Jazzy Ultralight. The Jazzy Ultralight's going to probably beat this chair in a competition when you add up all the things we're doing. But inside right now, this thing is blowing it out the water. And I still have the foot plate down. Again, you can move this foot plate up if you need to, just like the Jazzy Ultralight, but I got it down. Now back into this tight turn. Transfer if you need to. Foot plate still down. Didn't have the foot plate down on the Jazzy Ultralight. Beautiful. I mean, this thing right here is so maneuverable. It's amazing for a small power chair that's able to be disassembled. Again, I actually have a lot of people, Louis, that have one of these and bought the Jazzy Ultralight just for transportation, just to make it easier on their family members, because but they know this can come apart, but they're like, I just want something just for flying, going places, but I also need something inside my house. I mean, this thing is quick, it's fast in here, it spins on a dime. I mean, I got plenty of room to spin this. I'm also being a little careful because I don't want my wife to get mad at me for running into the walls. Now, here's some challenges this thing is going to face. Going over that 1-inch threshold. Oh, look, Louis, there's me. He's got a GB120 and he has a little farm. Now, again, 1-inch threshold. I'm just going to go normal and see if it goes over it. If you're an experienced driver like me, you can do it. You just need to have a little bit of speed. Because if you go at it slow, or if you have these caster wheels turn, it could get jammed up. But if you give it a little bit of, it goes right out.
Outdoor time.
All right, we're going to take the Jazzy Ultralight out.
But if you want to see the rest of this showdown between the GP130 and Jazzy Ultralight, you're going to have to come back for part 2 of Ultimate Showdown. We'll see you in the next one.